So Tupac Shakur's stepfather had been incarcerated for more than 35 years. So it's saying that he is to be freed from prison for after all those years. So Mutulu Shakur prisoner. So this is by Shar Adams. So after more than 35 years in prison, Mutulu Shakur, Tupac Shakur's stepfather, will be released on parole December the 16th, when he'll spend what are expected to be his final days among his family and friends. So he could be there with them on the last and final holiday. So the U.S. Parole Commission in October granted a request release of Motulu Shakur, an activist and a holistic healthcare advocate, now who is 72 years old, according to the court documents obtained by NBC. The decision to grant parole was made public on Thursday. So Shakur has several health issues, most notably a stage 3 multiple myeloma, a blood cancer that can affect the bones and the kidneys. And so he's being held at a federal medical center in Lexington, a prison in Kentucky for incarcerated people who require care. So there are a lot of tears of joy. So Jomo Muhammad, an organizer with Malcolm X grassroots movement, to name one of them, and who has been working to free Shakur, said of the decision. So there's still disbelief because we were steadying ourselves for another denial. So he had went up for parole on multiple other occasions in the past and it was denied. But now this one was granted. So now folks are excited about being able to reunite with Mutulu, with his family, and we were crying together. So it's a long time overdue. So Shakur has been incarcerated for decades, stemming from a 1988 conviction for leading a group of revolutionaries in a string of armed robberies in New York and Connecticut, including one that left 3 people dead. So his supporters consider him to be a political prisoner, arguing that the authorities wanted to make an example of him because of his activism. So Shakur has been denied release several times over the years, with authorities insisting that his crimes were too serious and his health had not deteriorated enough to warrant him release. So, however, in October's decision, commission officials told Mutulu Shakur, "We now find your medical condition renders you so infirm of mind and body that you are no longer physically capable of committing any federal, state, or local crimes." So organizers have advocated for Mutulu Shakur's compassionate release, urging authorities to allow him to spend his final days with his family rather than in Kentucky medical prison. So Shakur has endured drastic weight loss due to his illness and its treatments, and has had COVID at least twice, and has relied on an IV feeding tube on and off since May. His attorney, Thompson, said so. Thompson said doctors with the Federal Bureau of Prisons gave Shakur in May less than 6 months to live, noting that his cancer treatment had stopped. It stopped working. So after being released on parole, Mutulu Shakur will be monitored for up to about 4 months. And then Muhammad said that he is glad that Shakur is still alive and his supporters and family are working to secure the best medical care for him. So that's pretty much the whole story. So that's sort of a biggie, but a sad situation that, he had to be like near death before they could release him. And so, but at least he is coming home to be with his family in the final days. Um, so that was, I guess they work hard to get that um, to happen, which is a good thing. So, especially around this is holiday time too. So I guess maybe that's what also might have triggered the fact that they were going to release him is a compassionate release, um, so that he could be with his family in the final days. So we'll see how that happens. I think this is a story that maybe is developing as well. So there might be more things that will come out of it. Maybe a book. I'm sure there's already books probably. I know there was like a program that I saw. I don't know if it was a documentary or just a reenactment of what happened in his situation that led him to prison. So we will see what happens. So I thought it was interesting because there are other situations that are going on regarding like people getting incarcerated or either getting moved. Like there was the Brittany Griner situation, and then there's also another situation that could be happening. Not sure about this one. Um, is R. Kelly? There's rumors. I'll say they're rumors right now because I don't know if this one is true that he might be getting out or he might get charges dropped. I don't know which one is true or if none of them are true. I just know that is the rumor that is floating around that he might get charges dropped or he might get sent somewhere because of what happened, that there's not enough evidence. So I don't know how true that is, but we'll see how that goes. Um, it's worth finding out, of course, but I would think that this here about Tupac's stepdad is a good thing, but it's a sad thing also that all these years, I mean, I don't think he was a threat to society. Um, Maybe in that time there was something going on that he felt that he needed to be an activist, and I'd have to look more into what was going on. Of course, I think I know most of what was going on, but it's not much different. There's still things that are happening in regard to people having social issues with racism and things like that, and there needs to be more action. Right now, it's like homelessness, housing, people. The rents have gone up. It's you can't find places to live that are affordable. There's home invasions that are happening. I think crimes of desperation, and it's not one person doing anything. It's a lot of people that are doing different things that could end up being, dangerous. Like what you're hearing about the robbery, the home invasions, and right now it's holiday time, so I guess some of that is, it's not a surprise because it seems like it's around holiday time when there's more robberies. But because of what's been going on lately with, not having, a lot of more homelessness, that's been happening, a lot of homelessness, because of this disease, COVID, and people getting evicted. A lot of evictions are happening, so there's a lot going on. So I think that if there's crime, it's crimes of desperation, uh, because now people are really like starving for money. And then there's talk about I don't know if it was Twitter or Facebook. I think it's Meta that's laying off 11,000 workers just before the holidays. It's crazy. So I don't think a lot of people are happy right now, as they should be. You would think, but because right, who does that, lays people off around the holidays? But oh well, Twitter's doing the same thing. Elon Musk, You know, he's given a lot of people the axe right around the holidays. I don't know what this is, but it doesn't sound good, put it that way. So um, I would say not much has changed. It's just got new people doing things. Some of the same old stuff. They just got a new way of doing it, you know. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, the good thing that could come out of this is that he's surrounded by family in his last final days. So you know that's a good thing.